Hi everyone, Chrissy here today, and I'm going to show you how to make this card, and we're using all Catherine Pooler supplies. So the first thing I wanted to do was I wanted to stamp this Vintage Baubles Background stamp set twice. So once I used icing on the cake, and the other time I used sandcastle. Now the great thing about these background stamp sets is I don't even need to use a stamping tool or anything else. I just use the sheet that it came on there because it's nice and sturdy. So you can see I press the paper down and then I cover it with the paper towel to make sure I get a good impression, and then it's all good. So basically I knew I wanted one to be the background and the other I was going to color in a few of the images and cut them out. So you can see the differences there. They look very similar, but the background is in the sandcastle and it's a little bit lighter. So then I just kind of add a little bit of ink around the edges to soften it up a little bit. And I like this stamp set because you can use it multiple ways, but like I said, you can use it as a background stamp set, but then you can also color it in, which I'm going to do as well. So I just like it because it's really versatile. Even if I just wanted a few pieces from it, I could completely cut it apart and use it on a card or a scrapbook page or any other project and use it as an individual stamp. So then I decided I was going to color in just a few of the little ornaments on there. I knew I wasn't going to do all of them. And I should mention that I stamped the sentiment that says Making Spirits Bright in Midnight ink. And I'm stamping everything on Sand Dunes cardstock as well. So I just took some colored pencils here, and since I'm coloring on the sand dunes, like the crafty type cardstock, I have to press a little bit harder than normal. Depending on your colored pencils, you may need to put a little bit of white underneath and then color on top of it. It just kind of depends on the colored pencils. For this, I did a little bit of both. For like the highlight areas, you can see I added a little bit of white, and then I just kind of pressed harder or went lighter depending upon how I wanted to shade it. And then I just trimmed out these little ornaments. I only did 3 of them because I knew I only wanted 3 areas on my card to have them kind of pop out. So I'm just going to kind of set that up and decide what I want to do. And now I'm going to start assembling my card. This is how quick and easy it is to use this stamp set. Like I said, the Vintage Baubles for the main piece, and then Making Spirits Bright for that sentiment. So I'm just assembling them all with some 3D foam. And I'm popping up those 3 ornaments or baubles, whatever you want to call them, up using the foam so they kind of stand out on the card a little bit more. But I'm placing them on the same area where they were stamped in the sandcastle. So you can see I've got the sandcastle there, and then the icing in the cake's a little bit darker, so it makes them stand out a little bit more, and then with the colors, they stand out a lot more. So now I'm using the Tinseltown sequins. This is a really, really fun sequin pack. There's all different kinds, like different sized, and even some that are like filled in, like all different kinds of sequins in here, all in like the fun little silvery colors. I'm going to use this one a lot because I really kind of gravitate towards silver and silver sequins, so this is going to be gone like before you can snap your fingers. So I'm just adhering them with some Zots. These are just mini Zots on here. So what I do is I put the sequin on the sticky and then put it on the card. So I'm just going to finish that up. You don't need to see the whole thing. It's kind of boring there. But it's nice because then they're nice and sticky and they stay on. I don't have to wait for anything to dry. So here's a few shots of the finished card. Thanks so much for stopping by today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to click subscribe, and I can't wait to see what you create using these stamp sets. Have a great day.